show online.com/podcasts. Just select your favorite show and bring it all back again. Joy 99.7 FM, radio for discerning listeners.
Radio, Joy 99.7.
My name is Kojo Yankson. Let me tell you how to turn back time.
Celebrate this huge milestone. We're giving away 25 of the 2021 brand new sleek Hyundai Sonata vehicles and lots of exciting cash prizes in the MTN 25 mega promo. Just keep using your MTN number and talk, text, browse, and use your MTN app, the Pulse app, and the Momo app to gain points and stand a chance to win one of 25 brand new sleek Hyundai Sonata vehicles and lots of cash prizes every month in the MTN 25 promo. Dial star 156 hash today and begin your journey to win big only on MTN. And your car certainly deserves the best treat. So we're introducing the latest addition to the Total Quartz engine oil family, the Quartz 9000 Future 0W20. Specially conditioned and developed for the latest generation engine, the Total Quartz 9000 Future 0W20 delivers excellent engine protection and cleanliness. It increases your oil change interval while reducing your fuel consumption. So for optimum performance and efficiency of your car, visit your nearest Total service station and ensure your car is well protected. Join the Total Quartz Nation movement now. Total Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer. And guys, we know we're living in extraordinary times, and we've been advised several times to stay home and stay safe if we really do not need to step out. Well, at Standard Chartered, we've got you covered. You don't need to step out to transact. Indeed, we've put majority of your in-branch transactions on our groundbreaking mobile banking app, the SC Mobile. Right from the comfort of your home or wherever you may be, you can request to stop a checkbook, transfer money to other accounts, send mobile money, request, activate or block a new debit or credit card, request or stop a fixed deposit. I am not done. You can actually confirm a check for payment, request a letter or your statement, add a signatory to your account, and of course, open an account. Right there on SC Mobile on your phone, you can also buy and sell government bonds and securities. So there you have it. You don't need to go into the banking hall to do your banking. Download SC Mobile now. Remember to stay home, stay safe, and transact on SC Mobile. Standard Chartered continues to be Ghana's #1 digital bank. Standard Chartered, here for good. Right, so let's see what's happening in the world of sports, Nathaniel.
Okay, so, we're getting closer and closer to the Africa Cup of Nations, and everybody's looking forward to the Black Stars doing something amazing this term. But, ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations, one Ghanaian artist has been selected amongst 24 to feature in an official AFCON song.
Wow.
Who is that artist? Samuel Dami has to start looking for some prizes.
Who is that artist?
Who is that artist? Haven't told me.
I don't know.
This one too, you can't tell me. Charlie.
Anyway. Over to you, Nathaniel.
Well, let's talk about the Tokyo Paralympic Games, which gets underway in Tokyo, Japan today. Now, Youth and Sports Minister Mustafa Usif is charging Ghana's Paralympic team to aim to perform better than their able-bodied colleagues. Now, Ghana is getting into action with Frederick Asso competing in the track cycling event tomorrow. Now, the challenge of COVID-19 cases rising in Japan also stares the game in the face. Let's just remember that the Games was delayed by a year because of the pandemic, with supporters unable to attend apart from a small number of school children. Now, Tokyo is the first city to stage the Paralympic Games twice, having hosted the first edition in 1964 when 375 athletes from 21 nations took part in 9 sporting disciplines. This time around, 4,400 athletes from 162 national Paralympic committees will compete in 539 medal events across 22 sporting disciplines. Ghana's sports minister wants Ghana's para-athletes to reach for greatness.
I want to hand over the flag of our country to the team so that you lift the flag of Ghana high whilst you are participating in the tournament. You saw what our brothers and sisters have done in the main Olympic tournament, which has just ended. So I have no doubt at all that the para team are also going to make us proud. But by coming home with not only bronze, but gold. And this time, not gold from Obuasi or Takwa, but gold from Tokyo.
All right, so there we go. The Minister for Youth and Sports going charging the athletes to do more and make sure that they bring the best from Tokyo. Big challenge ahead, as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to COVID-19. Now, the BBC's Mani Jazimi is in Tokyo and has more.
To be honest, there's been a lot of doubt about whether these games would go ahead at all. So when I met up with the president of the International Paralympic Committee, Andrew Parsons, I asked him if he's relieved that they're taking place.
I will only be relieved, not to be complacent until the very last moment, until the teams actually leave the village. But yes, I think I'm very excited about the fact that we managed to get this far. I was not always 100% certain that the games were going ahead, of course. When we had postponed the games last year, we thought that the world would be in a different place, in a different situation at this time. But as the time goes by, and with the situation getting worse, of course, we all have doubts if it was even possible to deliver these games in a safe way.
There are record high COVID numbers in then the case for the defence. What is the moral justification for the Paralympics going ahead?
Well, I believe it's exactly the pandemic. The pandemic has disproportionately affected persons with disability around the world. And the Paralympic Games is the only global event that puts persons with disability at center stage. So it's the only moment at a global level that they are given the voice. And we believe that this is the moment when they need the voice to be heard the most.
Well, that report was by Mani Jazmi, who is with our partners, the BBC. Let's do some more here on the Joy Sports Centre on Joy 99.7 FM with me, Nathaniel Atto. And one of the open secrets of Nigerian Keshi to win. Now, this probably informs a call by seasoned Africa Cup of Nations and FIFA World Cup commentator Kwabena Yeboah for the inclusion of Asamoah Gyan for the next Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. Now, the broadcasting legend does admit and appreciate that Ghana's all-time top scorer is not fully active, but still feels the former Sunderland and our iron forward will add some bite to coach Sike Akono's team. Gyan has scored since the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. Kwabena Yeboah, who's also the president of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana, wants a rethink by the technical handlers.
I personally feel as a nation, we should make him part of Team Ghana. Even if he doesn't make it as one of the players, I think as an inspirer of the team, as part of Team Ghana, we should see him out there. He has a way of inspiring these players who take a lot of encouragement and inspiration from him. And I conclude by saying that whether he is able to convince the coach to be part.
Kwabena Yeboah is president of the Sports Writers Association of Ghana. Let's remain on the subject of the Africa Cup of Nations, and was appointed as the coach of the national team in January of 2020 and led the team to qualify for the delayed 2021 Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. He's also set to lead the team into the FIFA World Cup qualifiers in September, that's next month. Reports emerged that arrears have been settled, but CK says that's not the case.
Yeah, I think it's been corrected. I think it was, I think yesterday and today, it's again in the media that is not true. And so I'm sure the FA has taken it over in terms of bonuses and stuff. The FA is in charge of it. My focus is more of how we play and how, but I believe that FA has, spoken, the plan is already in place together with the Ministry of Sports Minister. There wouldn't be any issues when it comes to the time to the tournament.
FA President Kurt Okreku there, and Black Stars coach Sike Akono there, and let's go to FA President Kurt Okreku, who's urging Ghanaians to support Black Stars in their quest to end the AFCON drought. Now, he is also urging for support for the qualification to the next FIFA World Cup in 2022. Let's remember that the Black Stars were unable to feature in Russia in the last World Cup in 2018. Now, Kurt made these comments during the final funeral rites of the late Jones Alassane Abu, who was a member of the Black Stars Management Committee.
This year, our Black Stars will be in action. We have AFCON to compete for after 39 odd years. We have qualification to the World Cup to contest for. If it is that we love Jones Alassane Abu, this is the time all of us here, from RTU to Steadfast to Tamale City to the juvenile clubs, to everybody, to the politicians. This is the time all of us have to come together to support our Black Stars, not only to win the AFCON, but also to qualify for the Mundial. This is the time.
FA President Kurt Okreku there. Let's now throw the focus on the English Premier League, whose sides are amongst the leading European clubs set to prevent players from going to red list countries for September's international break. Now, the BBC's Paul Serres has been assessing this and has more in the following report.
Is refusing to allow players to leave, with Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, Fabinho and Alisson all called up to play in countries currently on the red list. The Premier League and the Football Association are in discussions with the Government Department for Digital, Media, Culture and Sport over a possible relaxation of rules.
Well, we'll be monitoring the situation and bringing you up to speed on developments as we look ahead to these qualifiers from next week. Now, last night, Michail Antonio became West Ham's outright top scorer in the English Premier League in a dominant victory for the Hammers over a 10-man Leicester City at the London Stadium. Now, Leicester featured Ghana's Amate as well, and the 31-year-old scored twice to wrap up in an impressive win for David Moyes' side. It's only the second time that the Hammers have won their opening two fixtures in a Premier League campaign.
Could be a chance. Antonio turns. Antonio scores! West Ham have got their two-goal cushion back, and they have got a record goal scorer. This could be another chance, and it's his second of the game, and West Ham are out of sight.
We can now hear from West Ham manager David Moyes, who heaped praises on Michail Antonio.
Well, his goals are typical Mick, so that, you know, he can score so many. Actually, the cross he had and the keeper saved from his header was a great chance for him. I just didn't think that he'd made the right choices in the first half with the ball quite a few times. So, but I thought the second half he was different class. His link-up play, his positioning, you know, the way he set up side for his goal was terrific. So he offered an awful lot for us in the second half. He was very good.
Well, there we go, and that's it for your Joy Sports Center. I will be back tomorrow, and, you know, from a Ghanaian perspective, it's just a little painful when, you know, Ghanaian players lose out. But, you know, it's good to see that they're all active and playing.
Not bad at all. Anyway, Citizen Ato, we'll find out your nickname tomorrow.
And you have to find out King Faisal's anthem and, you know, the rest of it.
Thank you very much for joining us. King Faisal's national anthem. Anyway, still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And I've been telling you that our friends from the Energy Commission will be joining us shortly. We're having a conversation about the eco fridges and how they are making sure that you can have a fridge at a subsidized cost, which is very, very efficient. Okay? But of course, lots of you are engaging us when it comes to Galamsey. We just want to understand, are we really fighting Galamsey the right way? What else should be done in ensuring that we're able to win the fight against illegal mining?